Right. As we're talking about the economy of the nation, one has to ask about your position on the view that, that Nigeria's economy is taking a turn for the better as a result of President Bola Tinubu's policies. And one would say it's Tinubunomics. We also have seen Director General of the World Trade Organization, and that's former Nigeria's Finance Minister Okonjo-Iweala, testifying to these turnaround of these policies. What's your view on that? Would you agree that we're on a path to prosperity?
Look, I think any honest economist will understand that this is correct. First of all, they've done in large part what we have been calling for in the last 10 years, okay? Making sure that we have a stable exchange rate, making sure that we get inflation under control, making sure that we rebuild our reserves and buffers in the event of a global shock, okay? Providing the stability that is a foundation for investments. I am not saying that we are already at our destination. There's still a long way to go. And I've said that there's still some things that have not been done. There's some things that are probably being done wrongly or that could be done better. But in terms of the big questions and the big issues, I think he's taken the economy by the scruff of the neck. Removing the subsidy and liberalizing the exchange rates was extremely timely, and the central bank has been able to catch up and bring the economy back. Now, the numbers are there. The GDP growth in the first quarter was 3.13%, I think. In the second quarter, it was over 4%. And as I said earlier, this is the first time in a long time that population growth has fallen behind GDP growth, which means we can expect to see some improvement in per capita GDP. Now, 4% growth is not going to take us where we want to go. We need to aim for double-digit growth. We need to go for 10%, 11%, 12% year on year for us to really deal with poverty. But at least we have turned the corner. Now we've got to think of all the structural bottlenecks that we have and how you unlock them. Infrastructure, electricity, technology, the productivity of our agriculture, education, especially in these days of artificial intelligence, and good healthcare. If we can do those things, I think, and I'm not talking about Tinubu or this government. I'm not a politician. You know me. I'm just saying.